Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Ajnanathyamirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurmilitamena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandegam Sri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakhagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakhagana Lalita Sri Visakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kamta Radha Kamta Namusute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarviyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vachapatitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Isvaraga Paramaga Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraga Anadi Radhir Govindaga Sarva Karana Karanam. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the most confidential knowledge. So Raja Guhyam, Paramam Guhyam, Guhya Uttamam, Rahasyam hi etad Uttamam. So Krishna, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, is giving us all the knowledge, the secret knowledge, so that we can understand very well how we are controlled by the modes of nature and how to free ourselves from the modes of nature and how to go to Krishna's well, Golokam. Everything is very nicely explained in Bhagavad Gita by Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. And also all thanks to Arjuna for asking nice questions so that Krishna can give us so much of knowledge, even about Krishna also. Arjuna asked Krishna that Vistarena Atmano Yogam Vibhudim Cha Janardana Bhuyaka Kadayaka Triptit Shrunvato Nasti Me Amritam. So that's why we understood more about Krishna, because Arjuna told Krishna that I want to hear more about your Vibhuti, your opulence, because nothing else is nectar to me other than hearing about you again and again. That's what Arjuna told. The same case applies to us also. For us also, listening about Krishna and knowing about Krishna's glories and understanding about how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All this knowledge gives us so much happiness and meaning in our life. So that way we are understanding everything about Krishna. We know that this material world is temporary. People who lived in the early part of the last century, they are not here. They thought that they are part of this world. So they are not here. So now we are in the 2022. So if we go back to the beginning of the last century, so they are not here at all. No one is here. And everybody thought that they are part of this world and they are doing a lot of activities and they are bringing a lot of changes, and they all thought that they are going to live here forever. That's how we think every day. Every day our thinking is like that way only. We don't even remember that our life is temporary in this world. Our thinking all the time, our thought process is as if we are living permanently. That's how we think actually. We feel, we worry, we think about everything as if we are going to live here permanently. But that's not the case. We are going to leave. Depending upon how old are you in the next decades, we can count the decades. We should not count in terms of years. We should count our lifetime in terms of decades only. These days, decades are also going very, very fast, actually. It looks like to me just now the year 2000 came, and now it's already 2 decades are completely over. And even in the third decade also, we finished 1 year, and in the second year also, it's almost 3 months are getting over, actually. So it is going to go very fast. Everything looks like we lived here for a very long time, but death is coming. We're going to leave this world. And Krishna is teaching the same thing, that you realize and understand that your existence in this world is temporary, and also you realize that this is miserable, and now find a solution to solve this problem. So that means you listen to me, understand this Bhagavad Gita. So then follow me, follow my instructions, then you will come to me. So then there is no need to take birth here. We talk about the history of this world. We study history. So like few centuries ago, or even 500 years ago, or even 1,000 years ago, what happened, this, that, and all such things we study. But if we go back our own history, what about our own history? Do we worry about it? Do we have first of all, we have no knowledge about it. Our own history. What if we go back 1,000 years ago, what body we had? Or even just before this birth, what body we had? What kind of life we had? And what kind of body or life we are going to have in our next birth? So basically, beyond birth and death, can we think? That is the main question here. If we can't think about that, if we have no idea about that, so that means we are fools. That's it. Ignorant persons, they are known as fools. Fools means they don't know what is right, what is wrong. So if we don't know what is happening in our life, what is going to happen after death, what happened before our birth, if we don't know, then we should go to a person who knows about it. Correct? Then we can know about ourselves. We should approach a person who knows about it. Who is that? Of course, our Lord Sri Krishna only. He says in Bhagavad Gita that Vedaham samatitani vartamanani cha bharata bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kasyana. Vedagam samatitani. I know the past. Vartamanani. I know the present, what is happening. And I know the future. Bhavishyani cha bhutani. Krishna knows past, present, and future. Krishna knows everything. What is the proof? When Arjuna asked the question to Krishna, what question Arjuna asked in the 4th chapter? So when Krishna told Arjuna that I gave this knowledge to sun god Vivaswan in the beginning. Imam Vivasvate yogam proktavan aham avyayam Vivaswan manave praga manugu iksvakave abravit. Evam parampara pratam imam rajarshyo vidugu sakale neka mahatto yogo nashtaga parantapa. Mahatto yogo nashtaga parantapa. So this knowledge was received through disciplic succession. In the due course of time, this great knowledge, this great yoga was lost. So that same knowledge which I gave to sun god Vivaswan, I am giving it to you now. That's what Krishna is saying. Sayevayam maya tedya yogaga proktaga puradanaga. That same knowledge, the oldest knowledge, which was told by me, I'm telling you now, I'm teaching you now. The same knowledge. What I gave to sun god Vivaswan, I am teaching you now. That same knowledge Krishna is teaching us also now. Right now, we are getting that same knowledge. So that's what we need to understand. That same knowledge we are understanding now also by Krishna's mercy. What Krishna gave to sun god Vivaswan, what Krishna gave to Arjuna 5,000 years ago, that same knowledge we are getting. And at that time, Arjuna asked the question that Aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvataka katham yetat vijaniyam tvam madav proktavan iti. Aparam bhavato janma. So your janma is junior by birth. By birth, you are junior to sun god Vivaswan. Aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvataka. Katham yetat vijaniyam tvam madav proktavan iti. How can I understand it? You gave this knowledge to him in the beginning. Tvam adav proktavan iti. Yogaga proktaga puradanaga. So I spoke this, I gave this knowledge. That's what Krishna said. Arjuna is asking it, how can I understand it? You gave this knowledge in the beginning to sun god Vivaswan. Krishna is saying that. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjuna tanyakam veda sarvani natvam veta parantapa. Both you and me have taken many births in the past. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjuna. I know all of them. Tani aham veda sarvan. That's why Krishna is saying that Vedagam samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mantu veda na kasyana. That's why Tani aham sarva. Krishna knows everything. Tani aham veda sarva. I know everything. That's why Vedagam samatitani. I know the past. Krishna knows the past. And Krishna knows the present and Krishna knows the future. So that way, we need to understand that we don't know our past, nothing. And we, in the present, whatever we know, it is all because of what is stored in our memory, in our brain. That's it. So it is known as LTD, long-term potentiation. So everything is stored in our brain, all this memory. Like we are storing in the computer memory. So like that, it is stored in our memory. That's what we know. We know what is stored in our brain. And there too, when we get old, we forget a lot of things. We don't even know in this life itself so many things. We don't even know that. And there too, dementia is a problem. You forget. When we get old age, then again, we cannot retrieve fast. Like a computer which is very old, then it slows down a lot. There are a lot of reasons it slows down. So then it will be hanging. It will not open very fast. So at least there you can do some fix to again revive. But in this case, in our body, we cannot do much. Especially, there is something called action potential, which travels through our nerves, neurons, basically neurons. And in order to travel it fast, so there is a myelin sheath around that, surrounding the neuron. So that also, when age, by age, that insulation will actually be broken. So that means the signals won't go very fast. So that's what happens at age. So that way, we don't remember a lot of things in this life itself. So we need to understand that reality. We need to understand that limitation, that we don't understand, we don't know everything about us in this life itself. Definitely there is no way we understand anything about our past and about our future. Future. That's what is very important. They say that past is past. That's okay. Same thing in our life also. Past is past. And in present they say that this will also go. So this will also. So it is going, this life also. But what about our future? It's very important. Our future is in our hands. That's it. Our future. Each and every individual's future is in his hands. That's what we need to understand. So what we do, what knowledge we have, what we do now is actually deciding our future. So that means what we are going to remember at the time of death, just that one thing is going to decide our future. That's it. What we are going to remember at the time of death. That's why this chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is very, very, very important practice what we need to do every day in our life. Because that helps us to remember Krishna at the time of death. So our future, our next life, that's what we need to worry about. We should not be even worrying so much about what am I going to do in the next 5 years, 10 years. That is not our future. Our real future is that what are we going to do after death? Where are we going to go? What kind of body we are going to get? What kind of life we are going to lead? So that's what is our future. That depends upon what our mind is going to think at the time of death, which we know very well. We have studied many times in the past. So that means we need to get this complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and act as per Krishna's instructions. Do everything what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Very clear. Just do what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. We are all set to go to Goloka. Our future is very bright. Otherwise, our future is very, very dark. So that way, each and every individual has to take this knowledge, Bhagavad Gita, very seriously so that we can actually get out of this material world and go to Krishna, Goloka, and enjoy there forever. We need to secure our future, permanent future, permanent life. That's what we need to secure. We need to get the permanent residence in Goloka. That's what is very important. We need to become a citizen of Goloka, permanent residency. We need to get it in Goloka, Krishna as well. That's what is very important. For that, we need to strive for. We need to put all the efforts only to achieve there. So that is possible only with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Only by following what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. That's it. Just do what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, we are going to go there. So that means, as we always say, that study Bhagavad Gita, which we are doing, and offer prasadam to Krishna, that also we know that, and we know that we are eating every day, 3 meals a day, offer it to Krishna and cook for Krishna, prepare for Krishna, do everything for Krishna, and don't forget Krishna before we eat. That's what is very important. We need to offer it to Krishna. Then remember Krishna, chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, remember Krishna. So that's what that practice we need to do every day. So then spread Krishna's message. So we need to spread Krishna's message, this Bhagavad Gita. That should be our primary task. That should be our main job actually. That's what is very important. We need to try to spend as much time as possible in spreading Krishna's message, this Bhagavad Gita. If we just take care of these 4 things, then it is very much secure that we will go to Goloka. There is no doubt about it. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 11 slokas in the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So what we are studying in the 10th sloka in the 2nd chapter, what Sanjaya told that Tamuvacha Rishikesha Prahasanniva Bharata Senayor Ubayor Madhye Vishidantam Idam Vachaga. So, Tamuvacha. So when Krishna was told by Arjuna. So what did Arjuna tell Krishna? That Nayoche iti Govindam. Govinda, I shall not fight. So after Arjuna told that to Krishna, then Rishikesha, he was simply smiling. Pragasanniva Bharata. In the middle of both the armies, Senayor, Ubayor, Madhye, Visidantam idam vachaga. He spoke the following words to the person who is lamenting. Visidantam. To Arjuna, Krishna spoke. So that's what we understood. So, O descendant of Bharata, at that time Krishna, smiling in the midst of both the armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna. So what did Krishna speak? So we studied in the very first sloka, there is 11th sloka. Krishna told Arjuna that Sri Bhagavan Vacha Ashochananvashocastvam Prajnavadamscha Bhashase Gatasumscha Nanushocanti Panditaga. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, you are lamenting for no reason. Asochan anvasochastvam. But speaking like a learned person. You are speaking like a learned person. Prajnabadamscha bhasase. But you are worrying for nothing. You are worrying for no reason. Gatasum, agatasumscha. Those who die, gatasum, those who live, or those who don't live, those who still live. So, Nanu Sochanti Pandita. A Pandita does not lament. A Pandita. Nanu Sochanti Pandita. So that means if a person has knowledge, he will not worry. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, when speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. So that's what Krishna is teaching. Because he knows that, a Pandita knows that the soul is always there. The soul cannot be destroyed. That's what we are going to study in the coming slokas. Next 20 slokas, including this sloka, 11th sloka, Krishna is teaching in each and every sloka very nicely, very clearly, scientifically, that we are the soul, we are not the body. That's what we need to understand. So, in the next sloka, Krishna is continuing that. Natvevaham jatunasam natvam neme janadipaga nachaiva nabhavishyamaga sarve vayam athaga param. Natveva aham means myself. Jatunasam means we did not exist. Na jatunasam. There was never a time when I did not exist. That's what natvevaham jatunasam. That means there was never a time I did not exist. Nor you. Natvam. Neme janadipagam. Nor all these kings here. So that means everyone. So that never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings. Also, nachaiva na bhavishyamana. Also in the future, also, there will never be a time when we all won't exist. Sarve vayam athaka param. So that's what Krishna is teaching. Krishna is simply teaching very clearly that you, me, everyone here are all completely spiritual. So never was there a time I did not exist, nor you, like that. So never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these things, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. So cease to exist. That's what Krishna is teaching. So that's what we are understanding very clearly, that we are the soul. We are not the body. We are the soul. So the sole purpose of understanding this Bhagavad Gita is to realize that we are the soul. So that means we have to act in the soul platform. We should do everything every day thinking that we are the soul. We should never ever forget this very important knowledge. So then whatever we do for the soul, we will do in the right way. Otherwise, identifying ourselves with the body, getting attached to the material sense objects, and going after the material sense objects will simply waste this precious human life, human body. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished this sloka number 12 today, in the second chapter. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and fully focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Umajnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. If there's any question, you can use the raise hand option. Otherwise, I will call one by one. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Gayatri Mataji. Hare Krishna. Soma Mallaya Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thanks Prabhu. Today is a wonderful class. Every day we are getting so much of knowledge through you.
Yes,
thanks Prabhu.
Yes. Thank you Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sanjeev Kulshrestha Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Vatsaradi Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Natarajan Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Sanjeev Kulshrestha here.
Yes, Prabhu.
I am
Hare.
traveling, so my connection is a little bit unstable.
No problem. I'm able to hear you. I'm able to hear you very well.
10 days I am my LLB classes started. That's
Yes,
why I am going for the recorded version rather than live because the timing are same.
Yes.
Morning.
Yes, Prabhu. When you are not able to join, you can use the YouTube recordings. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Natarajan Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Understood Prabhu. Understood Prabhu. Clear Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Kandula Tirupati Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much Guruji. Today's class also. I am very happy to see you again. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hina Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much Guruji for today's class. Yesterday I missed talking with you.
No problem.
The phone was away from me and I was just listening on ear, but thank you so much Guruji for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna
you for the
Mataji.
class. Thank you for the wonderful class. Happy to be back again.
Yes, I know you had a very nice spiritual trip. Hare Krishna. Very nice.
Yeah. I was with Krishna's grace, we were able to cover 13 Divya Deshyams, Guruji.
Very nice.
And Guruvayur also. So
yes.
it was very good. We combined it with another family function. And it was very nice, Guruji. And yeah. Thank you for the class, Guruji. One small question I have is, when Krishna says that we were all there from the beginning of time, so was our spiritual soul also created along with Krishna, or it was created after that?
No, it's all from time immemorial. The soul can never be created, never be destroyed. It's always there. That's what we are going to study. Na jayate mriyate va kadasi. So there was neither birth nor death at any time for the soul. It is always there. So this time itself, this concept of time itself is very relative. We need to understand. So whatever the time we are talking here, it's only relative to what we are, this earth, sun and everything. The time itself, when we go, it is itself is a relative. So basically it's time immemorial. So that's what we are always there.
Okay, I got it, Guruji. Basically, if you see with the relativity, then it does make sense, the entire concept.
Also,
Yes.
Krishna is saying that Purushaga Prakriti Vidya Anadi Ubhavapi. So both are Anadi. Anadi means they have no beginning. So they are there from the beginning. That's what Purushaga Prakriti, everything. That's what in the 13th chapter Krishna says. So we are there from all the time. Yes.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mithun Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, how are you?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. By Krishna's causeless mercy, I'm doing fine, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Guruji, for the wonderful class. So by today's sloka, I got it out. So we are as old as Lord Krishna is.
Yes. We are always there.
Yeah, Guruji.
That's what we understand from Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says that never was, that's what today's like. Krishna is saying, never was there a time when I did not exist, Nadu. Nattevaham jatanasam natvam nimi janadipaya.
So even in Pralaya also,
all the time Atma is always there. Atma, soul is not destroyed at all. We are going to study in each and every sloka. In the second chapter, we are going to study. The soul can never be cut into pieces by any weapon. It cannot be burned by fire. It cannot be moistened by water, dissolved by water. It cannot be withered by wind. The soul is always there. We are always there.
Yeah, very nice to know that, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Chitrita Mataji, Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. I have no question today. So for the gratification of the soul, we have to keep our gunas in check, correct? We have to give away our gunas and everything. Is that right? So because the soul also has to be looked after, our soul, everybody. So how do we do that? By
We need to serve Krishna. That's it. We need to have this Bhagavad Gita knowledge.
Yes.
And with the knowledge, we are going to understand about Krishna. We will develop that love on Krishna. So then with love, we will render devotional service unto Krishna. Then the gunas will automatically go away. So we need to engage all our senses, everything in Krishna's service. That's what is very important, at Krishna's service.
Correct. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Hare
Krishna. Palaniyappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So today's class also is from start to end, it was very much interesting.
Yes.
Specifically, you explained about we all think that we are permanent in this world.
Yes.
That is the starting you have, the start you said regarding that.
Yes.
That is really a wonderful thing, which day-to-day life we realize.
Yes.
Day-to-day life, we always think that we fight with somebody because of our guna. Yes. And difference of opinion. And after developing that difference of opinion, after some time, when we come back to Krishna, we realize that we did the wrong thing. So that way, we can say at that time, we don't think that we are, our soul is only living and we are not living. That thinking never comes.
That's correct.
In life. That is the real fact which you explained in the start, which is realizing that is a big problem. Each individual in this materialistic world. Still, many things like that, not one or two, many things you have explained, which is very much interesting to learn. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sunita Mahapatra Mataji, Hare Krishna. Suresh Tabi Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Like today is like the shloka when it is says that the body is like you should not grieve because because they are temporary, and then the soul is still like it is so that's why like he says that you are killing the body, and
Yes.
that's why you should not grieve. That is what he's saying, sir.
Exactly. Hanyamani
Huh?
na hanyate hanyamani sarire. When the body is killed, soul is not. That is correct.
Yeah. So you're killing. He is actually killing the body, not the soul. That's why he should not
Not
grieve
this
onto
soul.
that.
That is
Okay.
correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
Guruji. That is a good lesson. Good. Thank
Yes.
you. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Krishna says even in the 18th chapter, Yasya na ahankrito bhavo buddhi yasya na lipyade hatvapi sayima loka na hanti na nibaddhate. When we think that we are not the doers, and when our intelligence is not entangled, even if we kill someone also, we are not killing and we won't be bound. So that's what Krishna is saying. Yes.
Okay, Guruji. Okay. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Palniyappan Prabhu. Sorry, Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. No questions, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Holy greetings. Today in India we are celebrating Holi.
Yes. Krishna conscious Holi. Yes.
कृष्णा इज ब्रज की होली कृष्णा के साथ जुड़ते हैं. That's all. Very wonderful class, Guruji. And again today you have reiterated that we should strive to remember Krishna, and so that we can remember at the time of death for our journey towards Goloka. Again and again you are emphasizing that always remember Krishna, so that at the time of death we will be able to remember him, remember his image. How far we can go, we don't know, but in that process, always we are trying to remember him, Lord Krishna. That is very nice. I think in 1.5 hour or 2 hour sessions, daily we are listening him and remembering him and chanting him. And whenever we are at the rest or sleeping, and it automatically comes. That is the beauty of your class. It comes. You don't try. You have not to try, but a little effort needed to remember Krishna. That is very nice. Thank you, Guruji, for your wonderful class. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Gayatri Shivakumar Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavad Pranam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji. No question. आपका आशीर्वाद मिले. धन्यवाद. हरे
कृष्ण. Shri Rekha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
So we've come to that important stage.
Yes.
Very nice to know that all of us were always there, along with Krishna. He was also there, we are also there. But, Guruji, the difficulty, how much ever we know that, we, at least after this journey has begun, after we have begun to understand that we are the soul, I don't think when someone close passes away, it is still not possible not to grieve. Because I think what we are not, at least that's what my understanding is, that we're not grieving about the body or, dying. But the fact that the physical presence of that person will no longer be there. You're associated with that person, like your mother or your father, close. May not be everyone else, but at least this close people, So that I think is something we will probably, with practice, we will understand that, the time that we have spent with them as those memories are always there. I think that is I really don't know. How does one, how does one deal with it?
It is true, Mataji. That's why we have to be connected with Krishna all the time. When we are very busy, engaged in serving Krishna, then Krishna will give us, because this knowledge, that's what we need to understand. This knowledge with our love on Krishna and what we are serving Krishna all the time. So we have to elevate ourselves to that platform. That is very important thing, because nothing is permanent in this world, that we know for sure. And all these relationships are also temporary, that also we know for sure. So that's why always 24/7 we should be living in that platform of serving Krishna only all the time. So then Krishna will give us the strength. That is the main thing. Here Arjuna was not able to handle anything. So what you are asking is very similar to Arjuna's situation in the battlefield. In your case, we are just asking when such thing happens in our life. Here in Arjuna's case, it's already happening in the battlefield.
Yeah.
Already he has to kill. He has to kill his teacher. His situation is much difficult situation than what we are discussing now, correct?
True.
So we have to think in Arjuna's viewpoints. So once he realized that he has to please Krishna, he has to do what Krishna says. That is the main thing. So at that point of time, whatever he feared happened in the battlefield. Whatever he feared happened. His own son Abhimanyu was killed also. So everything happened. But Arjuna was fighting for Krishna. That's what is very important because of that knowledge. So same thing for us also. We should never ever forget Krishna. That's the main thing. So then we will gain that spiritual strength, understanding that everything is temporary here. Even we are also going to leave. So nothing is permanent. So that knowledge, Krishna, that everything Krishna gives, Mataji, that's the main.
Yeah. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for that explanation. And that I think, yes, that's the only way. Also, Guruji, today is Gaura Purnima being celebrated in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day in ISKCON. And this year, it also happens to coincide with Panguni Uttiram, which is the day on which Ramanujacharya went to Ranganatha and told him that I can't continue. He had spent 120 years. He says, now it's time for me to return. And he goes and tells him. And it is said, at least in the Sri Sampradaya, that he approaches, that we all have to approach him through the mother, through Lakshmi. So he goes and tells Ranganayaki Tayar, and through her, and it is her birthday today. So he knows that Krishna, that Ranganatha will not refuse. So he chooses today to go and submit himself to him and say, I cannot continue anymore. And then he is promised by Ranganatha that 7 days from now, you will be released. You can come back to me. And then on that occasion, he submits the one of the most important scriptures that he has created, which is called Sharanagati Gadya. Out of the Gadya Traya, Sharanagati Gadya was. So we are told that we should read the Sharanagati Gadya today, because that is absolute surrender. And it will inspire us to surrender in that bhava. So I thought I should share that with you today.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness, for all the time reiterating that we have to be on this path. Extremely grateful and indebted to you for this guidance. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Gayatri Sivakumar Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare.
Again, once again, a nice satsang. Very good explanation given by you. Just like hitting hammer in our head daily, you are preaching Krishna conscious. Even if we slip down, we are just able to come back.
Yes.
Come back in the track. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Why not this knowledge given to other brothers, Arjuna brothers? Why it's especially given to Arjuna? Any particular reason for that?
Because Arjuna asked Krishna. Arjuna asked Krishna to tell him what is good for him. Shreyasya nischitam bruvitan me sishyasteyagam sadimam tvam prapanam. Others did not even think that they are going to kill their teacher, and even Drona was the teacher for all of them also. Even Bhishma was the grandfather for all of the Pandavas also. But they did not think like that. But Arjuna only thought like that, and Arjuna only asked Krishna to tell him what is good for himself. That's why Krishna could give this knowledge to Arjuna. So that way, even for us also, we have to ask Krishna. We have to have that faith. Then we'll get this knowledge.
Yeah, Guruji. Another one more question. If any sin is committed, does it affect the soul or the body? Which is get affected? Which one is
the soul? The soul only is bound.
Oh.
Soul is bound.
Okay.
And it will affect her means it will suffer through the body. Yeah. The soul only will get bound.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Vrinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Happy
Krishna.
Holi to you.
Yes,
Happy Holi to all our teams. And I was watching some Hare Krishna channel in the morning. And I heard the Aarti of the Vrindavan temple, ISKCON. And it was very nice, around 5 o'clock in the morning. And so it was nice to hear today that we have always been there, but very unfortunately, we forgot everything.
That's correct.
So you are come in some disguised form to remind us also again and again on a daily basis.
We are very fortunate. Krishna's mercy, we are able to get.
Yes.
Every day we are able.
So though being in touch with Krishna as a child also, but did not, though my mother is also a great devotee of Krishna, and always made new clothes during Janmashtami and kept Ekadashi fast. But somehow with our daily lives of schools, colleges, marriage, children, we were all just forgot even of the, just were in touch with the occasions. But since some time, being associated with some friends also who are in Krishna consciousness and read about Prabhupada's books. And then coincidentally, I mean, very nicely, this WhatsApp group was a disguise.
Yes.
And Corona came as the best part. Very positive about Corona.
Yes.
It put us on track. So I have no issues about, though I got Corona infected myself, but I have no complaints for Corona because it gave me a lot of time to do so many things which I, always avoided. And the best part was this group.
Yes, Mata.
And to get connected. So it's been over 1.5 years, I think, that we are associated.
Yes, Mata.
And thanks to you, your patience, your daily vaccination, past Corona still happening.
Yes. Yes, yes. We are not going to stop. Yes, Mother.
Yes. So today's takeaway that we are eternal souls and we need to connect back to our Father. We need to connect back to the original source from where we have come.
Yes, Mother.
So I remember reading, Guruji, that in quality we are the same, but
Yes.
we have different kinds of quantity in each one of us.
Yes.
So that quantity, that means I can be like you may be very closely associated with Krishna, whereas me is I'm still learning. So I think that comes with our practice, or it also comes with our
Knowledge
tendencies.
brings everything, Mother. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge, that's what is making us to progress every day with the knowledge. The knowledge brings that we will application of knowledge. First thing is that we are gaining the knowledge. Then second thing is that we'll apply the knowledge. Once you apply the knowledge, then we are going to get closer to Krishna. Yes,
Yes, Guruji, but the knowledge was always available. It was always there. The Gita
but we
was
should know
always
it.
flowing.
Right? We should know it. Always it was there, but we never knew it. Correct? Now only we are understanding.
Yes, yes.
That is
So for that we are very, very fortunate.
Yes,
And,
yes, we are extremely
thanks
fortunate.
to-
Krishna's mercy,
yes.
we are understanding. Yes,
Krishna's mercy. Yes. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for the wonderful time. Happy Holi once again.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Mother,
Hare
you-
Krishna.
Hare Krishna conscious Holi. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Shashikopat Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, once again for today's class. Really indebted to you, and it's really nice to now start hearing what Krishna exactly wants and what he
Yes.
wants us to do and how to lead a good life.
Yes,
So, and you're also helping us in this to move forward, Guruji. Thank you so much on that, and waiting to hear more from Krishna and try to understand more and implement that in our life.
Yes, it will happen. Krishna's mercy.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mother.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Hare Krishna, Dandavad Pranam Guruji.
Dhanyavad
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna.
And happy Holi Guruji up to you.
Hare Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Kadiravan Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Ram.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, today's class are well, Guruji. Thanks for the class. Today, North Indians are celebrated Holi festival, Guruji. All devotees are happy festival, happy Holi festival. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ram Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Manoranjan Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Manoranjan Sir. Hare Krishna, Manoranjan Sir Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji, very wonderful session, and that today is Dolabhya, the Lord Krishna, and today and tomorrow is very, very important for us, the devotees of, we are the devotees, and really how it's a great lesson for us. We have to know the story behind this Dola Purnima and the Rasa Purnima, and how there is union of Atma and Paramatma, and how they are united together. So we have to connect also with Lord Krishna. This is the time for us to realize ourselves, to transform our being. So this is the occasions by which we are more and more getting more enlightened. We will transform into a right being. So because of Guruji, you also inject us the spiritual knowledge, and really this is the final and ultimate knowledge. And this is the really, we should not only by telling these things is not sufficient. Really, we have to be charged with the Gita, and really it's a very mandatory for all the beings from all walks of life, maybe a child, maybe old, whoever may be. So it is a very important as you are a human being. So without which other things, the rest of the world is transitory. Like, so everything is not permanent. The sloka we have cited today is very important. So that how we should be very much devoted to Lord Krishna, that is the very important. And really I am very fortunate to be with you, and it is maybe too late. So if you are coming generations, they should be more and more benefited. We have to inject into their mind the knowledge of Krishna, and they will be more and more not attached to this material world. They will be right kind of living. They can enjoy, they can so lead a very happy life, contented, if you follow the Gita, the final knowledge. So today is very great occasion. It's not an ordinary occasion. So when you feel it, so how important you are lucky to be this in this class. So thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Satata Naman. Naman.
Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Ram Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Just give me 1 sec, Veena. Say on. Hello, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Good morning. I'm on call, Guruji.
Yes.
Fine, but Krishna's mercy is happening too, Guruji. Everything is fine. I have planned visit Guruji today. There is a Purnima, the Paurnami. Then they have organized a Krishna Bhajan, Guruji. After this COVID measures and all, we are going to have a very huge celebration this evening. About 400 devotees will be there. And there is also another support call schedule. So probably I'll be in the bhajan and helping, doing work in the bhajan, Guruji. So action in inaction is very much working for me now. I'm able to see Lord Krishna. Very much indebted to you, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Sorry, I couldn't follow the class, but initial things which you, the initial guidelines you are given, that is sufficient, Guruji. Krishna is there. He is there everywhere, and I'm watching that. I'm observing it. He is guiding me. The Tamil class yesterday also excellent, Guruji. The mudas, the 3 gunas of the people, right? Sattva, how it comes, the candid analogy. I'm waiting for this Mirtula to join the English class, Guruji. What a fantastic. Sometimes in material life, people like me stranded, right? Because I don't follow. When it comes to material, I'm thinking I'm handling. Oh, I'm the project manager. I'm the guy. I'm handling everything. So then I get stranded, very often. Okay, I get choked, in other words, right? So because of my thought process and the age and all, right? So still unable to control my anger and all. I get choked. This is what's happening. And see, Mithula, all these people, they come like a messiah, the young girls, young boys and all. That's why we see Baldev, all these things, right? Young like a Krishna, they're all, the babies are God. We see in the, so the Mithula's questions was excellent, Guruji. Hopefully she joins one of these days in English class and we answer. After that, today I offered a prasad in that manner, what Mithula was asking. It's not that I am hungry, I am presenting prasad. It's not that. Sometimes our Mataji used to tell, right, today is this Aki Roti. I forgot this Mataji was Chandrakanta Mataji was saying, Guruji, today is Aki Roti, today is this and all, right? It's tempting me. Oh, all this feast Krishna is enjoying. And some people say, ISKCON, the video comes in. What are the things we offer to Krishna? It is not that Krishna needs. It is for our taste buds we are unable to control. That's what happened to me as well, Guruji. Now, Mithula's question cracked that myth, and it also hit on my nail, Guruji. So I have to pick it up. I'm offering prasad as if it is given to Krishna in a holistic way and in a love, Guruji. That is very important. Whatever I offer, and the Patram Pushpam is also keep repeating. Excellent, Guruji. I am back in form. I'm with you, Guruji. Thank you very much. All these things happen as per Krishna's plan, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna to all the devotees. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Let's meet in the Tamil class later this evening, 12 midnight. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I spoke with all the devotees. Now let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,